Hello again, it's been a while. Nice to be back in the portal room.
I mean, I did tell you to stop messing with the portal, but you know.
Yeah, that was my bad, but I'm back. And the question is, who's here? Lady Frost is the answer to that question.
Yes, we haven't seen her since she rid herself of the loserweight title.
Yeah, I feel as though that might have also been my fault with the meddling. It is the Who's Here match as always. I'm Mr. Egg here with Alex, my co-host. Good Brothers Luke Gallows coming out. I think perhaps avenging Carl Anderson's lack of title.
A big LG looking to do what the machine gun couldn't.
In the club, desperate to win it apparently. Is that Bass Armstrong from Dead or Alive?
I think it might be.
Why is Bass Armstrong here? That's not my fault.
Are you sure? Like
Tekken got in before. I didn't involve the portal.
That true.
Godzilla 2 was not my fault. I'll take credit for Godzilla if you want. I don't mind. And apparently Steiner in the form of Bron Breaker or Bronstein.
I was gonna say, looks like a Steiner, dresses like a Steiner, wrestles like a Steiner, isn't a Steiner apparently.
Yeah, it's the fourth rule of Steiners. The fourth law of physics is you can't be a Steiner, but you can be everything else. It's maths. What can I say? Our legend for the evening is apparently George the Animal Steel.
Yeah, so somehow we always get at least one legend in every Who's Here Championship match. And
I've been assured that the turnbuckles have been filled with non-stuffing, but still soft material, so you can't just rip it apart. Because, you know, he has a habit. Whoop soup!
It is a deep soup.
Whoop soup, now Nick Nemeth, current TNA World Champion, and still global champion for New Japan, I believe.
Maybe
He might have lost it, but he was the second ever, at the very least.
Still a Zigglypuff.
Still a Ziggly Diggly.
No, maybe not that one.
Not a Ziggly Diggly? Alright. Hey look! It's Fred Rosser talking about New Japan and people who were WWE talent.
Yeah, I believe still is New Japan strong.
I still believe
not
so,
sure.
Yes. Notably, Mr. Rosser, formerly Darren Young of the Primetime Players.
Still with those millions of dollars.
Indeed he is. And here comes the champion. Now, we would forgive you for forgetting the blue meanie, but alas, here he is.
Given how long it's taken us to do an episode, maybe it was thematically appropriate that he beat Mike Myers in the last episode. Spoilers.
You can't give spoilers to a thing that's happened.
Yeah, yes, you can.
That's like giving spoilers to, I don't know,
technically every movie that's ever been released has already happened, so yes, you can.
No. Spoilers to Titanic, it's on VHS. There you go. I was always wondered when I would do a Titanic on VHS bit, but alas, here we go.
You had a Titanic on VHS bit just ready?
I always have the Titanic on VHS bit ready. Have you not seen Titanic Fan 97?
No.
Look it up, his collection is incredible. He has, I believe, the Guinness Book of Records largest collection of Titanic on VHS. Yes, that is a record.
I mean, the Guinness Book of Records is a for-profit organization.
Titanic is profit, as we know. In the match currently, it appears that Fred Ross is taking advantage of Luke Gallows. Dolph Ziggler, not quite sure who he's going for. Bit of everyone.
Bit. I mean, that's from what we've been seeing of Mr. Nemeth, there is a lot of antagonistic approaches to things.
I mean, yeah, definitely been approaching Fred Rossi a bit. You know, been back and forth, always going back to Fred. Feels weird saying he's Fred. Like he want to keep saying Darren.
I mean, have we ever been that consistent with
That
names?
is true. Anyway, good work from Doc of Aces and Eights. Gets suplex, what do we mean?
I mean, he is also just Doc Gallows. So.
Yeah, Doc Gallows.
You had so many deeper cuts you could have done.
Yeah, but Doc of Aces of Eight is Doc Gallows.
Yes.
I'm not gonna reference terrible vignettes, okay?
Or questionable gimmicks.
If I'm doing that, then I'm referencing the Nexus.
Okay.
Fred Rossi, formerly a member of the Nexus.
Yes.
First be kicked out.
I don't remember.
Well, first was Daniel Bryan, second was Hip Sheffield or Ryback, then was Fred Rossi.
I've noticed we got into a Rossi for Fred Russell.
Yeah, because it just I always confuse it for Rossi for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why. It just always happens.
Fair, I guess.
It's gonna be a drinking game at the end of this. How many times does the commentator cock up his name?
Oh, I feel like that happens every episode.
Hey. No, that only happens when it comes to you know, commentator's curse.
Oh yeah, we get commentators curse every episode.
Oh,
but
I think more than once an episode, to be fair. There are minor commentators' curses.
There are.
Bless our cousins. Anyway, George the Animal Steel somehow managing to outpower a Steiner.
Somehow having a chicken wing with only one arm, which is
Talent.
almost impressive.
It's talent, is what it is.
Don't know what kind of impressive, but impressive.
It is. And before someone asks, yes, that is referee Muhammad Ali. I don't know how.
Yeah, we have seen him before.
We've seen him before, but some people might not recognize him. It is indeed Muhammad Ali.
Double underhook TDT to Zigglypuff.
Got one to George the Animal Steel. Lady Frost trying to shake off the loserweight belt, I think. Was unfortunately stuck with it for a short while.
Yes, but no, by no means the longest holder of it, although.
No, I think Cora Jade is still the longest holder.
I believe so, yes.
I think maybe she's the second or third. I know Michael Tarver had it for either 4 days more or 4 days less than Lady Frost.
I'm not sure, and the infrequency of our show has made it even harder to keep track.
Don't worry, I still have it all written down. I actually do have the dates. When we get to the lose weight match, I'll have to check it. Nearly eliminating a Braun Breaker is Lady Frost. Gets Hurricane Rotted for her troubles, though.
Yeah, would have been a great way to start her recovery, though. I think that would have been. And there is still time left yet for Lady Frost to pull something out of the bag.
Indeed, there is plenty of time. Base Armstrong going for it, gets Faye mastered for the trouble.
Meets a very famous ass.
Fortunately, doesn't keep Base down. Roll up on Josh Animal Steel, nearly missed it for Luke Gallows. And his body being in the way. They go for it again.
Zigglypuff desperate for this roll-up.
Yeah, no John Layfield to help clothesline the opposition.
No, and let's preferably keep JBL away from all this.
I mean, unfortunately, we can't considering TNA.
Yep.
It's the most questionable booking decision. We don't know why JBL is just following Dupe Soup, but he just is.
Yeah, apparently.
Beautiful DDT, double underhook on the Fred Rosa by Base Armstrong. Blue Meaty picks him up, goes to the head punches. Gets a collision with Dupe Soup.
Big super kick from Big Dog Galhouse onto George the Animal Steel of all people.
Bold meets bold, I guess. Beautiful double suplex onto Braun Steiner. A nice Braun breakup, but it's Steiner now. What did Blue Meaty just do?
I'm not sure,
He
but he's
moonsaulted
getting
to his feet over Steiner. That's impressive.
kind of didn't have a follow up to that though,
Yeah, he
unfortunately,
just kind of did it.
and ended up in the Tree of Woe.
Running powerbomb. I think that's the TFBB from base, but in the ropes. Could not get the pin.
Yeah. See, is it senior referee question mark Muhammad Ali?
I mean, senior in age, yes. I don't know if technically senior in terms of reffing talent, but yeah.
Dragon Sleeper onto Gallows. Gallows able to break out of it.
Yeah, nearly got to the ropes either way, so I don't think it would have been too bad. There's the fall away slam onto Dupe Soup. Man, Dupe Soup. There we go. Muhammad Ali's on the floor.
I think might be the first ref bump in a Who's Here match.
No, Who's Here match
this season.
There's been a few ref bumps at least.
There has been ref bumps. I just don't know if there's been one in a Who's Here match.
It's the first one where they haven't started bleeding. Of note.
I mean, Muhammad Ali made of stronger stuff than most referees.
It is true. That's why we hide him. Beautiful clothesline. Catches Georgiano Steele. Falls with Georgiano Steele, however. Gets clubbed for his trouble.
Belly to belly on the Doc Gallows.
Goes on the outside. Blue Meaty on the outside. Not having the count reset, apparently.
Well, no, it's still like...
Blue Meanie did go out of the ring at the 3 count, but okay.
Yeah, the referee doesn't know that. The referee just sees someone outside and keeps counting.
Definitely not got the eyes in the back of the head. There's a choke power bomb. Meanie is out.
Yeah,
count.
The Gallows pull, putting in some work. Stack power bomb. Looking to double 2 eliminations back to back. Doesn't get it.
Yeah, guaranteed new champion. Blue Meanie gonna be there unconscious. Hopefully we can get medical staff on standby. Last time we said that though, he did get moonsaulted on. At least whoever was knocked out did.
Yeah, that keeps happening.
Yeah. If I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels. In terms of matches.
Yes, you'd have a lot more of that just from Frozone alone.
Yeah, for Frozone I could have 3 nickels. You know, it's not a lot, it's just weird happened thrice.
And then JC also followed up on the same person.
So I'd have 40 American pence. Heck yeah. I think that counts as pence. I don't know.
I think they call them cents.
But then there is a penny, which is...
Yes, which is 1 cent.
So why don't you call it a cent?
God knows.
America,
you know.
Like, you refer to a 25 cents as 25 cents. So...
No, that's a quarter.
Yeah, but they also say it's 25 pence. It's 25 cent.
Yes.
So clearly 1 should be a cent.
Or track neck breaker from Doc Gallows.
Yeah, we have a 1p, a 2p, a 10p, a 5p, a 20p, and a 50p. Like, still pence.
Yes.
They just changed the name because there's 25 of them.
And then their 10p is a dime.
That's a chocolate bar, nearly.
Yep.
Which still confuses the crud out of me. Famous are onto the Gallows. Or Tex Ferguson, if you want to go there.
Or Sex Ferguson, to give it the non-PG name.
I think I might have been referencing something else, but yeah, it is Sex Ferguson, I suppose. Fred Rosa not done with Dupe Soup. Dupe Soup gets gusted. Bron Breakker not done with Dupe Soup, but now is done with Dupe Soup. Ross is still not done with Dupe Soup.
Running Blockbuster from Lady Frost.
No one's done with Dupe Soup.
Dupe Soup is done with this match, apparently.
Dupe Soup is done with Dupe Soup. Beautiful.
Running powerbomb.
TFBB once again. Too close to the ropes every time.
Gallows pole,
but
referee looking at the outside.
And to be fair, base is in the ropes. I don't know if they would count that. Then again, I'm unfamiliar with the rules of boxing and ropes.
I mean, the rules for boxing with ropes is completely different from wrestling.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I'm not certain if Muhammad Ali would even count it as a rope break.
Well, I believe Muhammad Ali is refereeing this as a wrestling match.
I hope he is doing so. George Emil Steel suplex onto Lady Frost, clubbing blow onto Bron Breakker, steadying his sights for the turnbuckles.
The animal is hearing voices.
Uh,
I believe Braun just tapped the crossface chicken wing.
I did not see a tap. That is... Huh.
I just heard the bell ring.
Bob Backlund will be happy. Let's make Fred great again. No.
Yeah, quick questionable booking decisions aside.
I liked the Bob Backlund stuff, okay?
Oh yeah, it had potential. I don't
It's
know if it went as well as it could have done.
Backlund is good as playing an unhinged man. Because that's all Bob Backlund is, to be fair, unhinged.
Yeah.
Bring Bob Backlund to New Japan, Tron. Do it.
That would be interesting. Gallows getting a chair. I don't believe.
I think the doctor thinks the best prescription is a chair. Muhammad Ali does not care.
I was gonna say I don't know if this is a no DQ one. Sometimes they are.
I don't know.
Muhammad Ali isn't stopping this. So.
Maybe Muhammad Ali just doesn't care. That's my theory.
Muhammad Ali, one of the many celebrities that's technically in the Bullet Club.
You know what? I hate that you just reminded me of that. If it was Jeff Jarrett, you'd do the same, and I would still be equally annoyed, but, you know. I mean, deciding a collision is the best course of action.
Just running head first into George the Animal Steel.
Not the best idea in the world.
Yeah, it took the animal down, but it took him down with it. Magic Killer onto George the Animal Steel.
Yeah, pretending to be the machine gun temporarily. Not certain if that was the best tactic in the world, but you know,
I mean,
where it's due.
The Animal, probably one of the bigger men in the match, teaming up to try and take him out now while there's still multiple people isn't the worst plan, but...
Well, the Magic Killer brought two people together. Just not the same two.
Got ready to powerbomb. Only gets a 2.
Lady Frost back up and kicking base, misses the boot. Lady Frost levies herself with a drop kick.
And a 2 boot straight to the chest. Gallows pole onto Judge Enema Steel.
And he brings it up!
Yeah, wanting to get into the action, ends up breaking up the pin. Almost inadvertently, I think.
Yeah, that's a beautiful F5 from base.
Fall away slam.
Beautiful boot by Gallows. Irish whipping bases to the corner. Gut punch on the Freddy Rosie. Low side to the back, Fred Rosie. Lady Frost getting involved with Doc Gallows. Josh Van still in base Armstrong of all people.
Lady Frost just getting thrown rope to rope.
Yeah, and got backdrop to the point of rolling through a base bottom.
Maybe a base end.
That would make sense. I believe a tap on the chicken wing face buster. Yeah, George Adams is out.
That's 2 for the crossface chicken wing.
Backlund would be very happy.
Everyone getting a bit tired at this point in the match. Got 30 minutes in, and it's not exactly been the safest match. a chair still around and people are landing on it.
I mean, to be fair, it's padded. That's even worse. You know, you got the hooks on the other side.
It also makes the landing very uneven, which almost can be worse than the actual hitting steel.
And I mean, to be fair, if you've ever sat in a chair, you know what happens when that padding breaks. It's not
Gallows
complete.
pole.
Yeah, it's enough. Base is out. That leaves
Doc Gallows, Fred Rosser, and Lady Frost. Your final three.
Indeed, could be the Cinderella story Lady Frost wanted all along. I believe Fred Rosser and Luke Gallows with the same number of eliminations.
Yeah, both getting at least 2.
Yeah, 2 for the chicken face from the chicken wing cross face.
Sure, good enough.
Yeah, I keep saying face buster because I keep imagining it is, but it's not. And Gallows eliminating Base Armstrong and the blue meanie by knockout, notably. Magic Killer nails it.
Rossi able to get back up though. You've got me doing it now.
See,
Gallows pole.
Gallows pole onto Fred. Rosie. It's enough. And now there's one person who could prevent Lady Frost's Cinderella story. That is Luke Gallows. Yet to see a single temperature drop.
Yeah, like one side will get their retribution. Almost. It's just, will it be retribution for the Bullet Club or will it be retribution for Lady Frost on her own?
No, it's a tell. Snap suplex. Gallows up immediately.
Yeah, Gallows up first. As I said, everyone was already getting tired about 5 minutes ago, and another 5 minutes have passed. So
you have pulling them. Could we be seeing it? No, we're not.
We saw this during the loserweight stint. She just refused to go for the temperature job. Gallows pole, will it be enough?
It is!
Only just, but it is enough.
Lady Frost unwilling to pull the technique out the bag, and again it shows as Gallows comes away with a victory and the Who's Here Championship for the club. The club is definitely going to be happy with that. Listen. You knew going into this tournament, I had to pick at least one member of the House of Black.
And Brody King is a hell of a pick. He was on my list of potential ideas, but I think he ended up not quite fitting the idea I'm going with. But
all 3 of them kind of ended up on my long list. I like all 3.
Because
and I'm very glad I picked them this week, because oh god.
I am bringing a monster.
So I brought one too. I'd consider Brody King a monster among men.
Yeah, I mean, again, CEO of Violence Unlimited,
Yeah, the man who choked out Darby Allin, who dumped his body on the outside.
Yeah, hanging him from the outside with his nothing but his arms around his neck.
Like, I think, okay, to be fair, regardless of the tournament, this is going to be a good match, okay? Like,
yes, I think this
is going to be a slobberknocker.
This is up there with some of our best booking.
Yeah. I'm glad I called in Brody King today.
This match probably happened in Ring of Honor, but
no, I think
still.
It happened in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, actually.
It honestly could have been both.
Yeah, it might have been both. It didn't happen in TNA. It would have been awesome in TNA.
2 men fighting in the corner for the off.
Yeah, PCO currently in a scandalous marriage with Matt Cardona's kayfabe manager.
Okay.
No,
I have not been. I have really not been keeping up with TNA.
Oh, you missed it. PCO's married now.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I'm happy for him.
He's married to. What is the name of Matt Cardona's manager? Steph Andelin? Something like that? No.
I don't know. Answers on a postcard,
Answers on
please.
a postcard, please. I follow TNA, but I don't follow Matt Cardona enough.
Big back body drop. Extra big given the person who's being dropped.
I mean, to be fair, PCO was the... Was he the digital media champion? No, he was, What championship was he the holder of?
I don't remember either.
He
I
was
just
the
remember he
champion
won
at
a
the
tag
time.
title. Trading blows between the two monstrous
He
men.
might have been X Division.
PCO falling first.
I mean, if anyone's going to knock him down, it'll be Brody King.
Yeah, but the thing about the PCO, it's hard to keep him down for long.
I mean, there is a documentary on YouTube, and it has current WWE Undisputed Champion, the World Champion Gunther on, and he talks.
That's 4 minutes in for a pile driver. This match is
Yeah, and he mentions how PCS one of the hardest opponents he's ever had to face, because the man is crazy. This is the man who gets supercharged with a car battery.
Yeah, but he just keeps going. The electricity just keeps flowing through him.
PCO is a man who has wrestled people like Bret Hart. We are talking some of the best in wrestling history. Definitely the Mount Rushmore of Canadian wrestling. That's for sure.
And he has been around the block and then some.
Absolutely. He's a 30-year veteran at the least. His moonsault is still the scariest in the business because he always lands it and he looks like he doesn't care about his own body. This is Darby Allin Sr., one could argue.
Honestly, yeah, kind of. This is what Darby Allin looks like in the future.
I feel kind of sorry for him. Kinda. I mean, I don't think he would suit the very puffy coat of Darby Allin, but, you know, heaven forbid.
The pink fluffy coat.
Yeah, that's the first thing I can think of. Wait, what would look too weird? PCO for pink fluffy coat or Darby Allin with the PCO getup? With his head strap?
Probably the fluffy coat.
Yeah, probably. I can imagine Darby with the head strap and stuff.
Step up Hurricane Rana from Brody King.
Yeah. Brody King was a hiring in AEW where not a single person on the internet disagreed with it.
Yeah. Back in pile driver.
No, Brody King.
That's 3 pile drivers to Brody King at this point.
It's gonna hurt. I'm sorry, Brody. Oh no.
Scoop
oh,
slugs
no.
the outside.
Oh, no.
What's Brody doing?
Brody's going to
What's
top.
Brody
Go
doing?
Kid Hero.
Tope con hero from the big man.
My lord. No!
And another tombstone!
Crying.
Jumping pile driver!
No. This guy just wants to kill him. He just wants
That's
to kill him.
5 pile drivers, 2 on the outside.
Is Brody King still alive? Is that possible? Genuinely? Oh my goodness.
These men will not die.
So glad I'm attempted this event. The ordinary man would go down, but Brody King just stays up.
Brody King put all of his weight behind that clothesline and PCO just ducked it.
Credit to PCO for the brutality, but credit to Brody King for just not dying.
It is not going to be easy for either of these men to stay down.
Yeah, let alone for a free count. You can see why we put Austin on this one.
Yeah, senior referee Steve Austin calling this one.
Yeah, I had heard that you did tell Austin that he was going to be needed, and I went up to him and he went, "I already know." I don't think he expected this.
Yeah, this is already a hard-hitting contest, and we don't expect it to end anytime soon.
I wins every time. The power drive just causes instant wincing. It's just so painful to look at.
It's just compressing the neck over and over. I mean, Austin can tell you at length himself.
Yeah, and he wasn't dropped on the floor. He was dropped in the ring. One Canadian power driver to another. What?
Brody's blown up, though.
Yeah, I don't blame him for being. I'd be blown up if PCO dropped me on my head 5 times. 3 of which on the floor.
That's gonna be at least at 6 now.
Oh no, I meant at 5 at that time. I would have been done at the 5. I'd be done at the 1. Who am I kidding?
PCO again.
I'm certain that's it. I could be wrong.
Oh, the monster does not relent.
Is this why
He
you
does not
chose
let
him?
up.
To see a man die. That's the problem. You'll pick. Please, please, I love a God.
Sleeper. Rear
Yeah,
naked
I
choke.
don't blame you, Brody. I don't blame you.
Brody is out. Is that 2 wins for me? I think Jacob had 2 wins.
No, he lost. I won the first one.
Did Jacob had...
I
Okay.
definitely won the first one. I was confident going into match 2, but... Oh, God, Brody, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my guy. Credit to PCO, but man... I'm not looking forward to Malachi trying to kill me later. I mean, the result of this match doesn't really matter, but I guarantee you, for these two men, it very much is going to be a case of momentum going into the Ring Generals' first 6-man tag team championship defense.
Yeah, you knew Thatcher was chomping at the bit to do this match, regardless of the the outcome of the series. And Josh Wood's not the type to turn down that sort of challenge, unlike some of the other members of the Premier Athletes.
Indeed, for those unaware, there has been a best of 3 series pitching each member of the Ring Generals and the Premier Athletes. We had Davari and Wolf last week, or last show. We had, I was going to say the wrong name again, Vinci and Nice on first. Both those matches won by the Ring Generals, so they get to choose a stipulation for their defense.
No, they unsurprised. Actually, they were won by the Premier Athletes.
Were they?
The Premier Athletes somehow on a winning streak at the moment.
You know what's funny? It sounded really believable before that.
Yeah, no, see, everyone would have assumed.
I still assumed I was here.
I would have hoped that the Ring Generals would have, had a clean sweep here, but no, this is fully Thatcher looking to get, the momentum back on the Ring General side.
Commentator's curse is real. Take your shot. That's all I'm saying.
Is it commentator's curse if it's something that's already happened?
Yes, because honestly, okay. To be fair, based on what we know of the two factions, I feel as though it should be reversed.
Though we've seen recently, since we haven't seen Mark Sterling, we have seen Sean Davari. The Premier Athletes have been a hell of a lot more focused
And winning,
which is the other big deal. So
no longer
maybe Mark Sterling was the problem all along.
Yeah, maybe the Lucky Shirt fiasco got them to rethink.
Yeah, bring in another perspective in Sean Davari, a talented wrestler and manager in his own right.
To be fair, we've also seen a lot more submission game, which I think is attributable to Sean and the people he's managed.
Yeah, so we've seen we have been seeing the results of this new training, and and it's honestly sort of surprising given who they're fighting that the submission game's working so well. Like, the Ring Generals are expert in ring technicians, and honestly I think that's the other reason why Thatcher wanted to still do this match, because Thatcher is the most of the submission ground-based technical wrestler of the Generals,
And the leader, no doubt.
Yeah,
the leader has to stand with his troops, so to speak. Quite a militaristic training style with the Ring Generals. I've seen their routine before shows. It is quite intense.
Yeah, both members of both competitors in this match, I'll get there eventually, seem to be targeting the arm so far.
I mean, I don't blame them considering their signature techniques, but I think a little bit of Joshua Wood's attribute has to come to the methodical styles of his former Ring of Honor Tag Champion, Silas Wren. Well, no, Silas Young, sorry, not Silas Wren.
Yeah, as I say,
Fix it.
Trained with Silas Young for a while, didn't end up falling out and fighting with Silas Young, but that Silas Young is not gonna go easy on you as a training partner. He is, he calls himself the last real man for a reason.
Yeah, and as we know, he is a very methodical wrestler, very much a wear you down type of. Actually, there is the Fujiwara armbar.
Yeah, we've seen quite a good result out of Fujiwara armbars recently. But even past like his time with Silas Young, Josh Woods is a former Ring of Honor Pure Champion. Like, he is not to be scoffed at when it comes to the technical game. Knee bar,
Of course, and I think
through the roll through.
If we're honest, out of all the premier athletes, I think Josh Woods gets the least amount of time to showcase that on regular television. Like, this is really a statement as to his skill level. You have, to be picked to go against the leader of the Ring Generals.
I mean, I think they're constantly keeping Josh Woods in reserve, like, and I don't know if that's a good idea. I honestly, if you ask me, I think he's the best wrestler of the group.
I mean, to be fair, Nice is good.
Like, not all of them are good wrestlers, but I think Josh Woods honestly has the other two beat.
I think there's definitely an argument for it. I think Josh Woods has a natural affinity to the ground style. The whole ground and pound technical aspect. And I think the athletes in regular AEW television kind of lack. Like, I don't know. You could argue, I think, all the way for other people in that regard, but I definitely think, they need to use Josh Woods more.
I certainly think it would benefit them getting a heel hook in almost, like twisting that ankle into the knee bar.
Then again, I think it also comes down to, too many faction syndrome, where we can't have all the factions on, so we can't have every member shown.
Yeah, like we bring the Grizzled Young Veterans in for like 3 shows and then they disappeared.
Yeah, because TNA hired them, and then they're no longer in TNA, so I don't really know what the hell's going on there.
They're signed with AEW. They showed up for like 3 shows. Yeah, they showed up for like 3 shows, and the last time we saw them was for Private Party's winning celebration.
So, oh yeah, I forgot Private Party finally won a tag championship. It only took them 3 years.
5 years.
I was trying to make them feel better.
No, they kept talking about it on commentary as well.
Oh, that's so miserable. I still think they're Street Profit light, and I will never change my mind on that. I'm glad they won it though.
They are different flavors of a similar sauce. Yeah,
they're the exact same punch, but one is Diet Punch. You don't gotta tell us. Don't worry.
Honestly, they both have their own benefits.
Now they do.
Stuff.
At the beginning, they didn't.
I think they always did. They just weren't using them. There's a difference. That's always the problem with AEW. It's not that the people have flaws; it's that they're not being used correctly.
Do we need the list of wrestlers who have not been used properly?
Or just the people we haven't seen in a couple of months.
Yeah. Or didn't just see enough of in singles competition, just to add Malachi Black to the list.
Or just people who have disappeared off the face of the planet. Hi, Ricky Starks, how are you doing?
Indie bookings, how are you doing? Or just bad ideas in general. The bad apple of the learning tree, how you doing?
Just honestly, every part of that gimmick except for the redwood.
To be fair, the gimmick of it being Chris Jericho and Big Bill is fine. That bit I'm okay with. Because it feeds into the fact that Chris Jericho is in fact just this person who gets away with whatever he wants to do. Giving him the Ring of Honor World Championship was a terrible idea.
Yes, it was.
Why did you do that?
Like when you do a thing and everyone's reaction to it isn't yay or boo, it's everyone going, okay, but why did you do that?
This makes him a 2-time Ring of Honor champion, right?
Yep.
It was bad the first time.
It was okay the first time. It's bad now.
No, it was still bad. It was just... I think we're viewing it from this one is worse, therefore the other one is fine. And no, both are still bad.
No, genuinely, the first one wasn't that bad. It was okay.
It's a clean sweep!
Oh my god, it's a
clean
sweep
for the premier athletes!
The pre-matter athletes remain to be on a roll.
I believe this is their 7th victory in a row. If you count singles competition, which we are, with a cross arm breaker, the generals, they really, really need to regroup fast, because if they do not regroup when it comes to the title defense, I feel we'll see win 8. I really think we will. Congratulations to you, Josh Woods. Good job. In the words of Dakota Kai, it's about damn time.
So Connor eliminated Dakota Kai from a Who's Here match. So we then gave them an eliminator match, which Connor then won. So that's 2 pinfalls over the world title champion for Connor, as he now challenges officially for the world title.
Yeah, Kai has been anxious to compete and now has the opportunity to defend her championship. I'm going to be honest, going into a match where you've lost to the same opponent twice in a row, a little daunting. But I guess we'll see if she can pull it out.
On one hand, your opponent has your number. On the other hand, a champion in a championship match is often a completely different beast, you know?
Of course, you kind of hype yourself into it, so to speak. You train to defend. You train to the point where, but in preparation, you often tire yourself out. It can be a double-edged sword. Double-edged, not double-edged. Thanks, Liz. But at the same time, you got to think Connor's going into this match quite confident.
Yeah, has 2 pinfalls over the current champion. So
to be fair, he was at the time, longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champion with Victor.
Yeah, not completely as strange to titles, although maybe more so to single titles.
Or if we're going to do a deep cut, Brian O'Connor. The man who his own trainer called a rat.
Is that a good thing?
NXT Season 4, my guy. It was not good. They asked what the... I can't say the name of his pro, because I'm pretty certain his pro is either a man involved in tax evasion or a man involved with Soraya. And neither of those I don't want to mention by name. I'm sure you can put the dots together, folks. Got a guy, leader team kick. They only put it in the kicks. But we did see this before. We did see Connor surviving the kicks and just pulling out the victory in the late game. So
yeah, the eliminator match was a long match. It did go into the depths. I don't know if that benefits either of them specifically. Like, I mean, Connor won last time, but I can see pros and cons for short matches and long matches for both of them. So
I mean, I think it depends a lot on the middle stage here. There's a chiropractor.
Yeah, first of what will probably be many. Which that was the other reason we didn't see the match end, is these two did not want to go for pinfalls.
Yeah, they just kind of kept going. Like, it's just one of those when neither side wanted to win that soon. And I've never kind of gotten that.
I mean, we've been seeing that problem that out of Dakota Kai a lot recently. She just wants to be fighting. Like, she doesn't want the match to end because she wants to keep fighting.
But like at the same time, take your victories.
Like, she generally, it seems like almost like an addiction to her, where she just like, she wants to keep fighting. She needs to keep fighting. And it is 100% a problem and a flaw, but
yeah, it's definitely more of a problem than the flaw. There's a ref bump again, and there's him bleeding.
Is that them bleeding, or is that Connor's blood? Because Connor has been busted open for a while.
No, that's not blood. That's his face paint.
Are you sure?
Yes, I did actually check before. That's his face paint.
So he just put a target on his forehead.
Yes. Yeah. It's meant to be a callback to the Ascension's like first like face painted appearance, I think. But it's definitely not blood, I can guarantee you.
Detonation kick.
Which nation is it representing? I guess Kick City.
Let's say it's a detonation kick.
I thought you said it was a nation kick. It cut off at just nation. I was so confused. I was like, well, what nation?
Thank you, Discord.
Thank you. That was the funniest thing.
Yeah,
that's a great nation kick. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, it's the detonation kick.
Nah, it's now the nation kick. Thanks, Discord. New name unlocked.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's referee Piero. He's definitely busted open. That's on his
full
neck.
Full Nelson slam.
Connor utilizing his strength. Going out of the ring to meet with Kai. Thankfully not a pile driver.
Yeah, not replicating PCO's actions for earlier in the night.
Yeah, I'm glad a lot of people don't replicate PCO.
PCO is a madman. Is exactly why I picked him.
Poor Brody King. I thought he would be good.
We'll bring up again the fact that the winner of that tournament gets a shot at the championship of their choosing. So, Eddie Guerrero and PCO might be keeping an eye on this match.
Definitely, I think they've been paying attention to every match, no doubt. Well, like competitors, I mean, we only know 4 each.
That's assuming we both have that many planned, which I might.
I don't. I didn't have Eddie planned. Eddie was kind of an emergency booking. Kind of succeeded.
You weren't claiming you're picking Christian.
Still hold on to that claim. I kind of haven't thought about the third.
Well, I definitely have my next in mind. Sleeper gets Connor down, off the ropes, penalty kick.
Yeah, right in the jaw. Trying to send it to the front row.
And again, we see Kai refusing to go for a pin.
DDT onto the bigger man is Dakota Kai. Connor recovers now.
Connor up first.
Chiropractor.
Landing your neck on the knees like that consistently will never be good. Even after having like a couple months to recover from the last time they fought.
Boot to the head. Shoulder tackle sort of deal.
Yeah, it's working the shoulder of Dakota Kai.
Losing it up. Not sure why though, I don't think that Connor has any arm-based offense, so to speak.
Yeah, not really known for submissions. Maybe he'd normally look to weaken it up for his tag team partner, but even then, I don't know how much Victor has submission game.
I don't think that either has a lot, to be honest. I would personally be going for the legs at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, if you're fighting, the self-proclaimed leader of Team Kick,
I know
you'd want to be.
There was a critique of a match with Christian Daniels and Matt Morgan about the bigger man going for the legs of the smaller, but when someone is a kick offensive person, you've got to go for where the strongest attribute is.
Big face washing boot against the ropes there. And almost another in the corner. Kawada kicks. And we're seeing that, wants to keep fighting attitude out of Kai once again.
Yeah, like, definitely kind of does not want to quit, but I think at some point you have to go for the win.
I very much agree with you. Like, this has been a problem for Dakota Kai, and I don't even know if she realizes that she's just honestly causing herself more troubles with this almost fight addiction.
Remember, Kai lost the Who's Here belt. She did compete, she didn't win. And it's this lack of killer instinct. We see it with Lady Frost, for instance, where they just need to pull the trigger.
Also, it's not even with Kai. It's not even a case of not pulling the trigger. It's just once you pull the trigger, you're not capitalizing on the fact that you have.
There's only so much a human body can take, true, but at the same time, if you are constantly just weighing down with these little drop kicks, what are you really achieving?
Like, yeah, you're doing damage, but there is a 3 ways to win a wrestling match, and knockout, as much as it seems to happen every Who's Here match, doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, like that happens because there's 8 people.
Yeah, that's massive bodies.
This is just 2.
So otherwise it's pinfall and submission, and Dakota Kai's only using submissions to set up more offense and hasn't gone for a pin this whole match.
Yeah, and to be fair, Connor hasn't, but like Connor's not been like over dominant. There's a submission on the outside.
Yeah, headlock takeover, now just wrenching on the neck.
Same sort of story, but a logical one.
I suppose technically you could win on a count out, but again, what are the odds that you get that one? Like, we've had, I think, 2 count out victories in our whole history.
And I don't think many have been under the 20 count rules of this season.
Well, no, that is the 20 count rules. We've had 2.
Oh, okay.
One was Hiroki Goto beating someone in the tournament. I can't remember who.
Beating someone. It wasn't Chris.
No, it was Dane Taylor, I think.
Yeah, that adds up. Chiropractor number 3. And again, not going for the pin. Kai.
Yeah, this is the problem we have with Dakota Kai. We know, we've seen time and time again from Dakota Kai in previous iterations, the chiropractor is a kill shot move. It has won her so many matches if she goes for the pin.
Yeah, and here we go with her not doing that.
Like, genuinely, she seems to have developed some weird, like almost addiction to this. It's strange.
It has been her go-to resume, and if it wins matches, fair enough, but you could be doing it a lot more efficiently. Like, we're not athletes, but you've got to think, if you're the world champion, you've got to keep defending that belt. You've got to keep going. And developing this sort of reliability on going long means that when you're facing someone who has a long submission game, like, heaven forbid, Bret Hart, for instance, to just give a random name that fits, like, you're gonna struggle.
I mean, just if you're not going for the pin or going for a submission, you're just gonna suffer from the other person doing so. Like, I think Kai might have been lucky to emulate PCO with the pile drivers, but Connor able to fight his way out of it.
You're just throwing the Kai over himself. Connor's definitely not a very finesseful man, but what matters is he puts the force behind everything.
But like this just is more testament to like the violent streak, the fighter, the fighter streak that we're getting out of Kai is like. I don't think we've ever seen Kai go for a pile driver before.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's that common, but She's trying to pull out new techniques, and there's nothing wrong with that per se. Definitely risky to try to pull it on someone like Connor, though.
But what I'm saying is, I feel like she's bringing more and more, violence to her arsenal. Another chiropractor, and again, just stomping at the back, not going for the win, just looking to deal more damage, more violence. Like,
yeah, it's violent. It's not swift violence, but it is violent. One-legged super drop kick, propelling herself off of Connor. Going forward again, does not get it. Gets flipped once over again by Connor.
I mean, at least she has that scouted. But really, it really just starts making the question of like, what will be the thing that actually ends this match? Because neither of the competitors seem to like. Connor's not seeming to have enough control, like the control long enough in the match to try and win it, and Dakota Kai almost seems like she doesn't want to win it. She doesn't want it to end. Like,
it feels like Connor is the prime opponent for her just to keep showing this violent side.
hey, it's like Connor's almost letting her bring this violence out.
And you got to question why he would want that.
I mean, does Connor even realize that he's doing that?
I don't know. I feel like he should have by now. Like, he's wrestled Dakota Kai a total of over an hour. Within 2 matches.
And honestly, most of that was just the one match.
Yeah, most of that was indeed match 1.
Most of that was just the Eliminator match.
Like, and I'm not trying to discredit our champion. Hell no, I think she's talented all hell. It just pull the trigger.
Yeah, end the match.
Like,
another double stomp.
like
Just repeatedly targeting the spine, like the lower back as well. Like, almost feeling like she's trying to do some permanent damage.
And there we go, another boot to the corner. And there's nothing the ref can do, like, it's within the rules.
Yeah, it's all legal. Like, there's nothing saying, in stuff like, judo or like if you're looking at professional combat sports, they have they will give people penalties for not being competitive, but it's not that they're not being competitive, they're just not going for pins.
Being overly competitive in the wrong sense. I feel as though it's a symptom of Kai rather than that of Connor. But here's the thing: they'll do this, but Connor won their last match. Why go for that again?
I mean, yeah, that I generally was wondering when we coming into this, is like, would we have another long match after how the first one went? And currently, it seems like we are, because Dakota Kai just can't stop.
It's kind of a problem. If I was Dakota Kai, after that first match, I'd try to end this one quickly. I would focus on just being relentless, getting every single kick in, adding that extra force to every single one, and scoring that victory as fast as you can. Because when it came down to it, we were 50 minutes in and Connor got the win. You don't want to replicate that chance. You don't want to risk that.
Even going longer, Kai has had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to pin and win this match. Yeah, and still hasn't.
Yeah, like the double foot stomp to the back, winded him. Like the knee when he got straight over the middle rope, winded him. Those were sufficient times to do the pin, and yet she hasn't.
The several chiropractors, the several detonation kicks.
The code breaker. Speaking of chiropractor.
Another chiropractor.
And Connor's just getting back up because Connor knows eventually she'll have to stop doing the chiropractor.
Like, eventually, she'll either have to stop or actually go for a pin. And at this point, I don't know if Kai can bring herself to do it.
That's kind of the problem. I feel as though we may have to even sanction some sort of time rule just so Kai can finish a match within 30 minutes. Because realistically, like, most title matches are 30 minutes. It's why the shortest Iron Man match is 30 minutes.
Like,
the longest is an hour for a reason. It is an exception to the rule.
Like, you know, most matches are about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Some don't feel like it. Some feel way longer. Shawn Michaels vs. Undertaker comes to mind. But that one was about 25.
But like, as we were talking about that, it's like Dakota Kai pulled out a move that I don't think we've seen her before, which again is just more like dropping Connor lower back on her knee. Like, when I say like she has been targeting the small of Connor's back for a lot of this match, I am genuinely concerned.
I am also a little concerned, but again, we can't. What are we going to do? Tell them to stop the match because they are wrestling? No, we really still can't. That's the problem. Like, you're risking injury.
It's like Connor is getting back up. That is all the referee needs to know.
Yeah, and that's kind of the problem.
And I can't blame the referee for that.
And as we get to the ninth chiropractor, it starts just to look grim. Like, there's only so much a spinal column can take. I would know. I can't wrestle because of my spine. I know this stuff. Like, it's painful. Again,
Kai's...
like, why not try to put this away? Why try to reverse the fate?
Did you see that? Kai was almost like fighting with herself. Like,
yeah, no, I saw it.
The way she was shaking her head there, like, I genuinely think there is something wrong with Dakota Kai.
I mean, it would explain why she takes forever.
Like, it's like almost something within her that's not letting her stop fighting.
Like, I don't even think he knows what it is.
I don't think she does either.
That's the dangerous thing, is she's not getting it. We are at the 44-minute mark, and she still has yet to go for a pin or a submission. Because let's be real, the headlock really wasn't a submission, that was a transition.
Yeah, like, she's using a sleeper, sure, but she's using that sleeper to set up for the penalty kick.
It's more so to keep the opponent down, position the body correctly, to maximize the point at which the kick hits the jaw.
Like, it's just another way to cause more damage.
Yeah. No, it is, if you will, the tree of woe before the stomps onto the spine in the corner. Like, that's more so what it is. Again, I kind of hope Connor just stays down for his own health at this point, because Connor doesn't seem to know when to stop either.
I mean,
and we had this issue with Michael Tarver too. But Tarver at least went for the pin at least once before the 30-minute mark. It shocked us all, but he did it. But right, until then, I guess it's going to be until Kai is done with her food, so to speak.
That is if Kai has the ability to be done. Like, again, we don't know what's up with Kai. We just know she keeps fighting.
Yeah, and like at this point, I think we're at like, what, 100 minutes these two wrestling?
I mean, combined, yeah.
Easily.
Definitely.
Connor at least going for submission. You know,
yeah, he goes for that head crank, but it's always either outside or in the ropes.
At least this time he tried to do it in the ring. You know, at least he's trying to put an end. I think he sees the writing on the wall, so to speak. But like, when do you throw in the metaphorical towel?
Yeah, and like if you're Kai, when is enough violence enough? Like, how much violence is enough violence for you?
And apparently the violence is unlimited, I guess.
I mean, if that's the angle we're going here, like, you don't think like Brody King has gotten in her ear? You don't think like maybe
Renfrew?
the house has gotten in her ear, or Renfrew even? Like
Renfrew, I don't think did, because Renfrew at least tried to end matches. He and Goto, yes, that was the exception to the rule.
Because we've like, not to say that Dakota Kai can't be vicious, can't be violent. We have seen that side, but we've seen that side before, it was still to win a match.
Yeah.
Like,
this almost feels like a compulsion.
This is it's almost like she can't go for the pin at the moment.
I don't know what it's going to take. I wish I had an answer.
I don't know how this match ends.
And that's, you know, we're not saying that like it's too evenly matched. It's generally we don't know if the match will end.
Like,
we're kind of stuck.
Connor is not the type to give up, and Kai is not relenting.
Like, say what you want, at least Lady Frost lost the Loserweight belt, you know? They won a match.
Kai's won a match. She has won the fucking title.
We know! But like...
She's defended the title.
But that's a different Kai at this point.
I was like, something about Kai, since fighting Connor, just... She does not end fights. Like, she just wants more blood. She just wants more violence. And honestly, I don't know if she'll be happy until she's ended a career.
Honestly, at that point, like, I don't think we can allow that to keep going. Like, something has to change.
I would love to go in. I would love to go there and stop this match. Unfortunately, I'm not the official, and I'm not close enough to the ring to do it.
Yeah, the portal room is indeed a bit too high. I kind of hope Connor wins it. I genuinely do. God's sake.
Do you think that would help Kai at this point?
I think I don't think it matters. Either way, I don't think it helps Kai. Like, I feel like with Kai, we're gonna have to just force him into a cage and say, there are 5 rounds, each round is 2 minutes. Force that feeling of needing to win into the mindset. Because somehow it's lost, and that's the problem.
Generally, it's amazing to me that, and generally why I wonder if there is something, you know, wrong with Kai, that she's just sort of stuck in this loop of combat after combat after combat.
Well, it's combat after combat, and it's just... I don't know at this point. We are nearly at the hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. We are nearly there. We are in 56 minutes in, coming up to the 57th. I don't know when, you know, the immovable object and the innumerable force. Like, I don't know who wins in that. There's a reason it's a riddle, folks.
Yeah, we saw last time in the end, it was Connor, because Connor was the only one actually trying to end it.
Yeah, and again, he's the only one trying to end it now. He's not doing good at it, but he's still doing it.
So even then, it's just, a few headlocks that have always been in the wrong place. Like, it is almost a stalemate with both competitors for different reasons.
Tell you what, the crowd is loving it. I question the crowd, but the crowd is loving it.
It's love or respect or what, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to encourage it.
I don't. But again, we're approaching the end of a regular Iron Man match, ladies and gentlemen. In 2, 1, there you go. We managed it. These two athletes have wrestled for 2 hours and 2 matches.
Like, this match could have been an episode in itself.
Yes. It literally could have been. It might have been a very boring episode, if I'm honest. A concerning episode, maybe. More fitting. But still, it would be an episode. The question is, will it become 2 episodes? And if it becomes 2 episodes, I'm grabbing a drink. I'm going to Steve, I'm grabbing a Budweiser, and I can't even drink that stuff. But goddamn, I will take a drink. Not, because it doesn't taste the best, but man, I'll still try it.
Like somehow, in a show that had PCO dropping someone on their head 8 times. This is still the concerning match.
This is the match. That one was concerning, but at least it ended so we could get medical staff in. Like, I'm pretty certain at some point the medical staff was sitting there on Angry Birds, twiddling their thumbs, waiting, and trying to go, when do we go down now?
Like, when does the referee say enough is enough?
I have something to tell you that's very important, and you'll realise why he hasn't. That's Piero. Piero does deathmatch wrestling.
Oh, good.
That's a CCW. I thought you might have noticed on the yellow from a distance, but no, that's Piero.
No, I was like, I can't read it from here.
Neither can I. But all I know is if it's yellow on the shirt, it's either NXT or ZZ Dub. He's doing his own fitness routine. He's stepping.
Yeah, he's getting some side steps in.
Either
getting his cardio in.
Either that, or he does Mexican wrestling. I think it's one of the two. And Mexican wrestling doesn't end. Sometimes there are some contests you wish would end. And looking at you, match where the average competitor's age was 76. I swear, if we ever do a reaction, that's on the list of things I have to get Alex to react to. Triple Mania, I want to say it was 29. I could be wrong.
Another detonation kick, another lack of a pin.
It was on Botchamania. It was terrible. It features a man whose name was something 2000, but that was a name he took before the 2000s. So, maybe, just maybe. Excuse me. Only I'm dying.
This match is going to outlive us all.
This match will live to the depth universe.
Some say they are still wrestling to this day.
I hope not, because we're still here to this day. I want to sleep, man. We didn't have beds in the commentator booth. I didn't plan for this, man.
Like, honestly, this was my concern when we realized we had to do this match a second time.
I thought
that it would somehow go longer.
This is my bad. In all fairness, like, do we do it? Do we just get out of the way? Do we do it down the rope? And you went, yeah, because we have to do it at some point. And I was like, oh, it'll be fine. It'll be like 45 minutes this time. They'll learn. Nope, she hasn't learned. He hasn't learned. No one has learned. We have learned.
It's in fact, it's exactly the opposite.
Yeah, we have learned. We really need to enforce a Michael Tarver the Kodakai rule, which is match time limit of 30 minutes. This is why.
Even just 60-minute time limits.
No, it's 30. I've had enough 60.
60. I mean, we're way past 60 at this point.
We're way past 60. We've had enough of those. Oh my god. This is sudden.
This is a match of all time.
This is indeed a match of all time. I don't know if that's a good thing. I really don't. I wish I had an answer for you. I really do. I really wish I had an answer. But alas, I do not. So yeah. Yeah. I don't have anything else to say, but yeah. I really don't.
They just keep going.
Do you expect me to have anything to say? But yeah, it's 70 minutes, guys. like I feel as though I have grown at least 2 centimeters of hair in this time period.
I feel myself aging in real time.
I feel myself becoming black and white. Maybe like there's this type of photos where there's a light bulb in the camera and it's big and it burns out. One of those.
This is seemingly the match that doesn't end.
This one's up there. It's gotta be up there with Bushwhackers versus whatever they were. But it was -5 star.
I mean, if this match isn't -5 stars, I don't know what we've done.
Do you want to know the worst thing is? I'm gonna guarantee it to you. I'll put money on it. It will say 100% crowd score.
Oh yeah, the way the in-game one works, it will be.
I considered removing it because it's that bad.
This match just keeps going.
It does. It really does. You know what? Do we rank it worse than Damian Priest versus The Miz at WrestleMania Backlash? That one was at least entertaining.
I was say that one was just.
That one was
it's just a shame they didn't do the bit.
That's -3 star. I've got the list up here.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Let's see. Do we rate it worse than Paul Ellering versus Teddy Long?
I mean, it's got to be up there.
Do we rate it worse than Shelton Benjamin versus Maven? Then Vampiro versus Sting?
This has just become, let's list all of them with negative
Christopher
stars.
Scott Taylor versus Al Snow and Head. Head has a -2 star match. I want you to just remember this fact. It's probably worse than Kane versus Undertaker, Judgment Day 98, I'll give it that.
I mean, I feel like at the moment we are just sitting here watching.
You're accurate.
And waiting for something to happen. It's like that kid from Incredibles. Like,
do the thing, do the roar. That's Shrek.
What?
It could be Shrek.
What are you waiting for? Something cool to happen, I guess.
I don't know. Something good to happen. I'm seeing my little easy strike. Oh yeah. God, I've not seen that movie in so long. I'm genuinely welcoming Incredibles in a wrestling show. Where's Frozo?
How much?
Frozo.
How much of Incredibles could we have watched at this point?
You want?
I feel like we're most of the way through the movie at this point.
I'm curious. Okay, The Incredibles runtime. The Incredibles runtime is 2 hours and 3 minutes.
That is longer than I thought.
I think that includes credits.
Is that including
It
credits?
always includes credits.
Okay.
How do I find what The Incredibles 1 hour in? Sorry, 78 minutes in. Will it tell me?
I mean, I could just go to.
I
could literally
don't
just
want
pull it
to
up.
know. Currently 78 degrees in No Man's Isen. I don't need to know that.
I could just pull the movie
Why?
up.
Why?
There's an easy way to find.
Yeah, but I need to. Why did it show? Why is the thing that comes up when I type Incredibles 78 minutes in a clip from a GIF of Mr. Burns outside of a school with a camera with the caption "Currently 78 degrees in New Madison. Perfect weather for flying. The Incredibles." What did I miss? What did I miss? My mind.
Just try to keep it up to where it actually is. We're now.
We're nearly at 80. Tell me what happens at 80.
So what? 1 hour and 20 minutes.
1 hour 20. We actually might be at the. Apparently the runtime's also 103, so we actually might be in the credits.
We are not in the credits. The kids have only the kids are around a fire on just getting to the island.
Oh, cool.
So we're not even at the climax of the movie yet.
Alright, so we've got to about stage 8 in the video game.
Yeah, it's like we are not even in the climax of the movie yet.
Let me know when they do the superpose. Let me know in real time. Keep that running for me.
I was going to leave it, but I can't just have the Incredibles running on my other monitor. I have this power.
I need to.
I'm gonna have to jump.
Man, this is why I'm turning my tablet into a second monitor.
Right, we've got it. Try and get it more synced. Hold on.
Yeah, good please. We're at 81:48. Oh my god, he's done it! Pause! Pause it!
Oh,
pause it now!
She's done it!
81 minutes! That was an hour and 20! Oh my god, I'm losing my mind!
It was an hour and almost 22 minutes.
Yeah. No, it was an hour and 21 and 55 seconds. Oh.
Yeah, almost 22.
Oh my god, we just got to Jack and Violet arriving on the Incredible Island. With all the
she said that they're now even more on the island now.
Even more on the island.
We've had another 2 minutes since I looked at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would say we would record an outro at this time, but honestly, my brain is that numb. I genuinely forgot the outro even existed. I'm not even going to congratulate the kind of guy.
This match had matched for 2/3 of the length of Incredibles.
I've seen movies that are shorter than this match.
Yes, yeah.
What happens at 82 minutes in Terrifier? Movies under 90 minutes. I'm curious. This movie is not that much shorter than Zombieland. I could have watched Zombieland in this time.
I would love to see the realistic version of this, what people's reaction to a realistic version of this match would be.
I would. Frankenstein is 71 minutes. Okay, so we could have watched Zombieland. We could have watched fucking Frankenstein and had 11 minutes for popcorn. Jesus Christ. Anyway, thanks to come on, guys. I'm waving at you from the camera that doesn't exist. Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
We will be back at some point with more wrestling shenanigans.
I'm Mr. Egg.
You can work out what's to come from what we've done.
We don't know. Our brain is numb. I'm Mr. Egg. That's Alex. Terrell. Take care. Yada yada.
But bye, folks.
Bye, folks.